so the question that is to you right now is, what do you think when you think of community?
When I think of community, I think of family. I think of close-knit people who love and care about each other's welfare.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yes.
And especially now, but I mean, I think in general too, why is community important to you?
Community is very important because we have so much bad stuff going on in the world. I grew up in a time where your neighbors could discipline the children, and it was not harsh, it was not abusive, but we basically looked out for each other's best interest. If I would do something when I was out playing, or when I was out playing, my mom's neighbor would be looking out for me. And if I would do something wrong, by the time I made it home, my mother knew about it because the neighbors looked out for each other. And to me, that's community. That's a heart for one another and caring for each other's welfare.
It takes a village, right?
It takes a village. That is correct.
Yeah, that's terrific. Is there anything, when you think of community, what do you think of visually? What are visual, just sort of visual, and there's no right or wrong answer to this. It's just sort of what you think, first thing that pops up into your mind.
Okay, when you asked me the question before, I thought of two things popped in my head, and a heart. An actual red heart popped in my head. And then the next thing was people of all races, all denominations, all creeds, holding hand in a circle to show unity.
That's a wonderful image.
Yes.
That's a wonderful image. That's a wonderful image. Great. Well, I mean, those two things right there, those are beautiful. That's really, really terrific. Thank you so much. Community mean to you?
So community means to me individuals that are all trying to live their best life, but in a way that is cooperative and integrative with other people. So we're not solitary beings. We seek comfort with other people and other groups of people that we may or may not have things in common with, but we live in groups, and so we have to harmonize, and that's what community means to me, is living in groups together and collaborating and working out together. So there can be huge communities like the international community, or it can be smaller communities like your family that lives in your home, but all different levels, but we all have to figure out how to do it together.
Right. We're looking for shapes, and they can be abstract shapes, they can be more representative or just presentational, but we're looking for ideas, and so just wanted to sort of throw that one out to you as well.
Right. Yeah. So what I really envision every time, like during this time period, what I see with community is really that volunteerism of people taking care of those that are vulnerable. So we have a lot of interactions going on right now in town with helping to feed the homeless. So there's a lot of volunteerism going on. And so I just envision those trucks with all the sandwiches that all the volunteers made, parking and giving them out. And then over at the hospital, what they have, some people that are less busy in the ancillary departments, they're actually receiving donations from the community. So they're delivering masks and gloves, and sometimes we're getting donations from the like Lowe's and Home Depot and farmers markets, food and canned goods. So what comes to mind, what I envision every time I hear the word community right now, I see those volunteers, and I see the people reaching out to one another. So not just one shape, but
Yes, right. No, but as you were talking though, what just crossed my mind was the idea of just two hands reaching out to one another. I mean, something that simple, it's an abstraction. It can be interpreted, but it is that simple act of, the idea of reaching out. I love that. That's great. Thank you so very much for your time.
Absolutely